All right, shalom, shalom. All right, before I get started, I want to give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. All right, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And shalom, Wakasah, Lahabakyar, which means peace and mercy to the elect throughout the four corners, wherever you may be. I'm the brother of Mark from the branch of GMS Cleveland. Coming back at you with another video. Well, wouldn't be edifying to whomever may be watching. And as you probably can hear, I'm on the road, so I'll just quote some scriptures, and for the ones out there that's already out in this is already in the know. Like, brothers already know these precepts, but if you're a newcomer, a new believer, you're just now hearing it, you can go look these scriptures up on your own if you haven't read them. But this video I seen come across my feed is from the brother Shamar Amath, which I didn't even watch the video. I just seen the title. It popped up on my feed. I seen the title. I know I'm subscribed to the brother. I seen the title and I seen the image, and it immediately like sprung me to hop in the spirit and do a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, so obviously what you can see, the stuff around him. All right, you have the woman on the left in the car, and then you have the suit and like a briefcase behind him or something like that. I might be wrong. And then you have the house, on the right. But then at the top of all that, you have what appears to be image of a golden city, which that's a reflection really of the kingdom. All right, and that's in the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? When you read 2 Ezra, the 7th chapter, like I said, I'm not going to go to it. You can read it on your own. It goes into pretty much this the image of this picture in a roundabout way. All right. And there's another picture that brothers usually, have, whereas the scripture in 2 Ezra 7th chapter talks about fire being on the one side and water on the other. It pretty much represents, and then, how can one man enter and go by one by one, roughly paraphrasing it. But it pretty much represents the trials and tribulations that we have to go to in order to get to this kingdom that we desire and want, and that the scriptures speak about, which will be here on earth. All right, the kingdom of heaven is not some weird, thing where you floating around in the clouds all day, with huggy diapers on, man. All right, no, the kingdom of heaven is a physical rulership over a physical kingdom on earth. Like right now, we're currently in the Edomites kingdom. All right, we're under Edomite rulership. All right, and they have dominion over the Lord's chosen people, which is the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and pretty much the rest of the world, man. I scripture say the earth, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So that same sentiment will be played out, but the roles will be reversed. Once we get the kingdom of heaven, man, we'll have control over the subjects, man, over our slaves, over these nations. Just like how Edom has control and dominion and rulership over us and the rest of the world, and he controls the flow of things and commerce and all these other stuff, and the education and music. So, like I said, it'll be flipped, man. All right, we'll become the head, and he'll be the tail. Right now, we're the tail, and he's the head. Like that scripture talk about that in the curses. But anyway, going back to that 2 Ezra, the 7th chapter, all right, about the trials and tribulations that we have to undergo and face in order to obtain this kingdom. That's what that fire and water represents, man. All right, and as you can see, on the screen, all right, it's the temptations that's down, down here before we get to the kingdom. All right, like I said, I mentioned the things earlier that surrounded this individual that's on the screen that's being depicted in this image. You have to put off certain things in order to really see the kingdom on the first go around, because all of Israel will be saved. All right, it's on 2/3 of our people going to be destroyed on this go around, and then they'll be reborn in the kingdom. So we want to make sure we make it on that first go around, which is not getting destroyed on this side. All right, because the Lord will use ICBM missiles to destroy this place, and they will get shot off by these countries, man. All right, and we don't want to get caught up in that. And then just to go to the title, it says don't get attached. That another reason why we can't get attached to this lifestyle is because of what? None of this is coming with us in the kingdom. All right, you won't be able to take your fancy job, your nice house, your nice car. You know what I'm saying? Your relationships. In most cases. All right. Your jewelry or your clothing. You won't be able to take none of that. So what's the point of getting attached to it, man? All right. That's that Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. All right. Not Ecclesiastes. I'm sorry. Colossians, the 3rd chapter, man. Everything here is temporal, man. All right. We're literally like the things that we have in our life, man. You'll soon come to find out, or that a lot of the times is temporal. All right, whether it's women that the Lord put in your life temporarily, or relationships with individuals, so-called friendships, family. Like eventually, like when you get deep enough into this truth, like the Lord eventually severs those bonds and relationships for the most part. Like I said, for the most part. All right, but if you're lucky to have those relationships and still keep them, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to deliberately just do nothing to sabotage those relationships with people, or so-called things you can hold on to. No, just use the word, but don't abuse it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the point of that the brother put the title, don't get attached, man. So if you have certain things in your life, man, whether it's a nice car, house, or whatever, okay, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But we can't get attached to these things, because at the end of the day, all this is going to get burnt up. You know what I'm saying? And then another scripture I was going to quote was that 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, when it speaks about it says cast you off the mortal nature. You know what I'm saying? You can read that 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, when you get a chance. I think it's around like verse either around like 6 through like 12 or somewhere around there. Like I said, I don't have my backup phone. Or do I? Let me see. I came to a stop, so let me see if I can grab it real quick. Give me a second. If I can't grab it, you can just go ahead and read it for yourself. I just know it's 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter. Let me see. One second. I was further down. Yep, so 2nd Ezra chapter 14. Let me see. Verse 13. All right. It says, now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, and comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. And that's exactly what, men, brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? The spirit that we're in. If you're a woman and you have a husband, get in line with your husband, and submit to that man, and just try your best to be a good wife. All right. But the men of the nation, primarily who this is for, we're setting our houses in order, man. Whether you have a physical family, like a wife or children, you know what I'm saying, you get them in order to the best of your abilities, and make sure they're doing the things they need to do. But it starts with our own physical house. Our spiritual house, which the Apostle Gabar always goes into it, that bodig, which is the Latin term for house, or these bodies that we have. So you know what I'm saying? That's another thing to keep in mind. It says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature. All right, and you're supposed to be, as the days go past, man, and the kingdom comes closer. All right, you're supposed to be, not really worrying too much about this life, man. All right, and the Lord is going to supply the the daily raiment, as the scriptures say, man. We just concerned with our daily raiment. All right, the rest of the things, the Lord will provide. You know what I'm saying? Anything extra beyond that. All right, but it says, verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, man. So anything that you're constantly worried about, hey, man, just don't even worry about it, man. All right, the Lord will eventually, give us the things that we need and not want, because that's really, really what it's about, man. When you really, look at life, the scriptures talk about the essential things. All right, when you go to the book of Sirach, it's about the salt, water, the fire, you know what I'm saying, bread, a house to cover shame, so forth and so on. All right, you don't really need too many things to live your life. You know what I'm saying? You just need the bare necessity, so to speak, man. But anyway, I just wanted to get into this quick lesson, man. Lord willing, I pray this edifying. With that, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. All right, double honor to our apostle, Ezra Millstone, and Shalom. Lord willing, we get out of here soon. Shalom.